And hi, everybody, and welcome to a brand spanking new episode of Trip Run Multiverse with your host, the man who only gets 1 hour of power that I'm Komputski, Carl Charles.
And the man who can produce, well, no, the alien entity that can produce kryptonite bullets, CY Chung.
Yeah, it's made no sense. And today, we are carrying on our series where we're going through the Tomorrowverse DC animated universe series of movies, with the second in the series, which is called Justice Society World War II. And
So I remember
Weird
speaking
choice.
to you before on this, and I thought for some reason thought this was the first one because Flash at the end of the Apocalypse War ran back through time,
yeah,
right? And then it would have made sense to start with this because then he ran through time, came out on this alternate timeline, and then at the end of this movie, he'd run back to another alternate timeline. You know, the timeline that's where his new timeline is. The
yeah.
Flashpoint timeline, if you know what I mean. And they could be vague enough about stuff where you don't have to see the previous movie. All you know is that through dialogue, Flash ran fast, Speed Force, whatever, bam, into the past, and then now Jake Garrick helps him run back into the future, and then the future comes to you can be like, oh yeah, this is as though it's his original universe or something like, you know what I mean?
But I don't know, if I think if it did that way, it'd be too messy.
Well, the thing is as you know, with Crisis on Infinite Earth and that stuff, right? Things are messy as well, but you don't have to make it messy. Like Hawkman.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, there's ways to give the implication of, oh, they're kind of connected, but it's up to you to accept it if they are, you know?
Yeah. But I feel like how they ended that, like, the old DCAU,
Yeah.
like, it finished with, like, okay, yeah, it's a bang. With a bang rather than, like, hey, here's a little, for people who care, this is connected, like...
Oh yeah, you say that as well. That's the key thing, isn't it? For people who care.
Yeah, exactly, there we go, yeah. So it's like, oh, okay. And then, like, the tone of the two I don't know, feel like it wouldn't match, because even that didn't really match the tone of the other ones in that series, because that was, like, super dark. Like,
Oh yeah. No, it's true. But that's what I'm saying is, that's what I say is you make it kind of vague where it could be, if you want it to be, and it's separate enough to be, well, you know, it doesn't have to be. I don't know if you ever watched. So did you ever watch Doctor Who back in the day? And we're talking about the 80s Doctor Who.
Not really.
Okay, so right, Colin Baker, who was the Sixth Doctor, got cut, right?
Yeah.
So then ITV made a series called The Stranger.
I remember The Stranger. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
They got that Doctor, and they got his assistant, although she speaks with an English accent and not an American anymore. But it's like, yeah, it's Doctor Who, but not, right?
Yeah.
And then they had to be more explicit. Now it wasn't a bit later on.
So they
just
didn't
in
get
case. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Is that sort of thing where you're like, okay, you can put it into the timeline, and you don't. Oh, actually, it brings me to another point. Barry Allen related as well. So after Barry ran into the Speed Force in Crisis on Infinite Earths in 1985, and he died he disappeared for until 2014 or whatever it is, right? He made a couple appearances in Marvel Comics.
Oh yeah,
at that point. I don't know if you know. He was called Buried Alien. Yeah. He manifested. Marvel are having their fastest characters went like a marathon track through space and time, right?
Yeah.
And he's like the fastest man alive. Yes, that feels just right. He's blonde. He's white. He's got beard. He's in red and yellow tatters. And then he called himself Fast Forward or something like that. So and then he went back into so apparently the Speed Force ran into the Marvel universe where he had a couple of adventures and then ran back. But it's up to you if you accept it or not.
Accept it or not. Yeah, I get that. That's a clever way of doing it. Yeah, that's quite smart. Even though it's too obvious at the same time. Like, hey, he's blonde and all this, and he happens to also run fast. That's a coincidence.
I think they wanted to be so on the nose about it purposely, but then enough where it's like, well, we don't get sued for that.
We don't get sued.
It's like the couple of Clark Kent cameos that they have in Marvel Comics where it's him, but it's not him.
It's not him at the same time. Yeah. Hilarious. Huh.
But I enjoyed this movie. Though what I did not enjoy, I enjoyed the animation. Right, I did not enjoy the Flash's mask. It was weird looking.
You know, yeah, I got used to it by the end, but it's that weird like chin bit come up there rather
So
than
it needs to either do like from his cheekbones, that W shape up above his nose, or do the one that goes across like Wally West has nowadays and Daredevil in the TV series. But not the one where it's like comes down a little bit and then goes halfway up his nose. Yeah,
and then like the chin strap's not actually like a chin strap. It's kind of like triangly up there. Yeah, it's kind of weird when you look at some of it. How like sometimes you see close up his face and how he's like mouth talking and that. It looks kind of weird. Yeah. But hey, but besides that,
but I did. I kind of like I said, I didn't expect it to start from the current timeline where Barry Allen was, and then with Iris West, who's black because of the TV series.
And trying to stay in line with the movies, isn't it?
Exactly. Exactly. And so I was like, oh yeah, okay. No, I mean it doesn't matter. It's just how it is at the current times. It's just that we, depending on how far you read comics, you're like, oh, okay, all right, you know. If they change her back to white though,
probably
that's when people might say, hold on a second, right? Even though she's white originally, it's just like,
But I think with how you can get around that, like different universes, she give you
exactly. So it's like exactly. I mean, like look, even in the Flash TV series, Barry Allen has brown hair. Yeah,
and no one really batted an eye about that, did they? Yeah. I so forgot about that. Also okay with it, I think.
Yeah. But this was cool. I enjoyed it. I didn't expect to see Superman in this. As in the... So before Flash runs back in time, he teams up with Superman to fight Brainiac a little bit.
Yeah.
Brainiac shoots the kryptonite bullet, and then somehow Flash runs past it, and then he runs back to catch it. And I'm like, but running fast enough to catch a bullet is not fast enough to bend the space-time continuum. But I accept that Dr. Fate did something to it to make him... Because it wasn't like of his own, I say will, but you know what I mean? It wasn't under his own power.
Yeah. I kind of chalked it up to that, plus, because it was maybe some of the technology that was in that bullet or whatever may have had something to do with, I was like, okay. Yeah, for Brainiac.
What I did find was kind of cool. Okay, so, it back in the World War II era now,
Yeah.
I'll give you a logic gap, and then I'll give you a what I thought was cool. The logic gap is, so you have a bunch of superpowered humans, metahumans, or however you want to say it in the DC universe,
Yeah.
Even say Jay Garrick's a metahuman because he's got that technically the mutant X gene, the DC version of it, but not really. Anyways.
Yeah.
So okay, so why are you all just having problems fighting normal human Nazis?
Yeah.
Should there be like
some
powered up opposition for you, not necessarily to fight, but just like you shouldn't. A war like that would not go on for 2 years if you had if one side had powered humans and another side didn't.
Unless, because I think they tried to kind of explain it by saying that the Nazis were finding like ancient trinkets and stuff that may be like supernatural stuff.
The Atlantean stuff, right?
Yeah, and all that. So like, I guess
which
that's
then I'm like,
way.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but I get what you mean. Yeah, it's kind of like, they could have ended this war quickly, unless it's one of those things where they didn't use them for the first year. There was
I was kind of semi-expecting some cannon fodder superhumans, or even mutated monsters or something like that, just to give them something. Side. Like they could have had a Hugo Strange on the Nazi side with his monster men or something like that. But what I did find cool is, okay, so when Flash came back in time and he hadn't heard of the Justice Society, and they're like, oh, because they're a secret society, right?
Yeah.
And then it was like, wait a minute, it like Black Canary in the past was saying, wait a minute, if he's from the future and he's never heard of us.
I like that bit because remember I saw this before you, and I saw it years ago when it first came out, so I kind of forgot all this watching it. I was like, that doesn't kind of make that would mean they all die, right? Again, I can't remember all this.
They either all die or they just like all the files of their existence have been buried, and they're heroes but with no.
They get Isaiah Bradley to like basically like.
Yeah.
After the war, gonna arrest you all, and no one's gonna ever sort of thing in it. So
exactly,
I was like,
exactly.
So I thought that was kind of cool when she was like, "Wait, hold on, that means we all die." So like, oh, it could be pretty much.
Or something, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
I just assumed that she meant. I assume she meant that, you know, because it's not necessarily Black Ops, but it's secret. It's just like
Secret off the
they're not
books.
going to get the glory for it. They're just going to be
the unknown
there,
heroes.
But
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Which is like not saying that's bitter on her, but she's like, if that's the case, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
at the time, you wouldn't want to know that either. You know, all the stuff you're doing, and there's no
thanks for it. Or
applause
praise
for you.
Yeah.
You know? No respect to you and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But is what it is, right? I think that's what she kind of not felt bitter about, but she was like, huh.
Yeah, I think she also thought like, okay, I'm a woman as well, so they're probably gonna just like.
Oh yeah, that as well. And what
Yeah.
is funny as well, because I was thinking this is the 40s, right?
Yeah.
First of all, no black members of the JSA,
No.
but I was like, it makes sense.
Makes sense, yeah.
Wonder Woman would be the leader. I accept that just because
Yeah.
she's the strongest superhuman there.
Yeah.
So
So
what
I
are you going to
kinda
say
like,
to her?
yeah.
You know, and, like, if she tells you to do something, and you don't,
Yeah, you're
you
kind
know,
of.
it's like she
desperate
brings
to
up
go,
her hand
yeah.
at you, and you're like, all right, well, okay, I guess I'm doing that. Yeah, yeah. So I thought they were going to follow some Earth 2 logic, as in, you know, the 2010 series, where Wonder Woman was the first superhero. So then superheroes are not called superheroes; they're called wonders.
Yeah,
Obviously, when Superman is the first superhero, then
That's what I call
everyone's
superheroes,
yeah.
Which I always thought was cool.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, are they going this way? But they didn't quite go that way. But
No.
later on, I don't know if later on they should or something like that. But it's like, oh, you can ingrain this into your law.
Yeah.
I thought it was mighty convenient how they wrote how Superman was there, but then also not in the story
Yes.
until the final act, kind of, just so he didn't take over the show. And I'm like, you could have given him something a bit more.
Nah.
As a logical reasoning not to do stuff.
No, I thought the reason was good enough. Like, he didn't want to do it because how he was brought up. Because he wasn't brought up the same way by Ma and Pa Kent. They died, so he has a jaded view on life. So I kind of bought it.
I feel like I do kind of get it, but it just seems that conveniently written for him not to be involved.
Yeah, because he had a film just before that, innit, as well. So you got to think of it that way. Like, cool.
Yeah. But when they're talking about the same Superman, we're talking about like
Superman.
30s Superman. So I think that they should have given a bit more to, not that necessarily dimension to him, but just be like, even if he said, oh, you know, Ma and Pa Kent died, and then he saw like the humans killing each other, and he's like, you know, this is not my it's not my war. I don't know. Yeah, he just took a step back. I don't know, but I think they could have written something because. But I guess as well, it's not his story. We've seen this story multiple times. He doesn't, you know, give the limelight to other people, which I'm good for. You know.
Yeah, because like him, like a little, not say twist, like him coming at the end and helping. That's pretty cool. Whatever. Like,
Yeah.
If he was in the whole time, like, oh yeah, it's like, oh come on, man. Like, you got super cool Wonder Woman here, alright, but she's gonna play second fiddle to Superman. I call him Shakespeare.
And very much the beginning of Wonder Woman's entrance was like Wonder Woman 2017.
Yeah.
When she was going fighting in the war stuff, like World War One.
Yeah.
Which I'm glad they didn't just use again, because it would have seemed like
retread. Yeah.
Though they could have done it as World War One, but then again, how do you like what's in World War One?
Yeah.
Like it's not as significant as two, because you can just identify the Nazis, you know.
Yeah. I feel like one's probably too complex to kind of explain. Like, you know what? Everyone kind of knows two. We don't need to like give that much of pointers to it. So,
it's just like all those like Spider-Man's origins, Batman's origin, and Superman's origin. World War Two is one of those where
just Nazis. Yeah. So
one guy tried to take over the world.
Yeah. Like, okay. Don't need it anymore. Sort of thing like. So.
Yeah. Exactly. But I enjoyed the film. I was like, oh, Aquaman's. So it's also a bit like the Flashpoint, not paradox, because that's the thingamajig. That's the animated version. But
Yeah.
oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah,
that as
same
well.
thing basically. Yeah.
Where Wonder Woman and Aquaman are having their fisticuffs. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you know what? They always try to make the Amazons fight the Atlanteans, and it always seem on a kind of equal level. You know, as far as power set's concerned.
Which kind of makes sense. Doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That means that. Well, considering he's the king of Atlantis and she is a special breed of Amazon.
Yeah.
Because I don't think the other Amazons don't have her particular actually good like power, but that depends on which origin of Wonder Woman.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So kind of makes sense.
So I think base level Amazons have a certain power, which are probably similar to most of the Atlantean goons, right? And then you've got royalty, which are a bit more powerful, which is similar to. Even though she's meant to be the daughter of Zeus, at some continuities, but the daughter of Zeus is as strong as the some guy who looked like. To be fair, there's the water pressure and all that. It can be, but then you got some people off planet that are stronger than gods.
Yeah, so kind of making your gods look kind of weak there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Unless of course, like you go for the Marvel explanation where gods are just alien entities.
Yes.
Who have an extended lifetime, and humans perceive them as
gods because of where they live. Yeah.
Because they don't know any better at that point, right?
Yeah, which makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
what good points did you find of this animated movie?
I like that. It was kind of unpredictable because once you find out the twist, I say the twist.
I think it was and it wasn't to a certain degree.
You froze.
I think it was and it wasn't to a certain degree. When they're talking about Hookman's reincarnations, I was like, well, if someone's gonna die.
Hello. Hello. It froze for a good 10 seconds.
Let me just refresh my internet. Maybe it might be my internet. What weapon? Oh, okay. So you were saying about predictable, yeah? And I'll bring it up just a sec. Why can't I? Okay, I'm just gonna try and refresh. Refresh my network. Oh, we got to get Forbidden Door at some point. I think it's next week.
Is it next week? Yeah, cool. Alright. Yeah, I'll get that sorted. Any better?
Alright. Yeah. I've so it's supposedly whatever is fixed is fixed. We got to get Forbidden Door next week, by the way, at some point.
Yeah. I just.
Alright.
Do
you want me to clap before we start again?
Yeah. Let me just close a few windows, just in case it's mine in it as well.
By the way, I have a green bar here, so usually it goes like red or yellow when there's a problem. So I don't know what that was about. All right.
Yeah.
Shall I just clap?
Yes, clap. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So
Yes.
I don't think it was. I mean, like you're saying, there is a certain level of predictability, right? When Hawkman was talking about his reincarnations, I was like,
yeah.
I think I know what's going on here.
Yeah, he's gonna be the one. Oh, it's obvious with him, isn't it? Like, yeah, he's gonna be the one.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I would have. Would have preferred more people die, but in the sense, I think they needed probably some smaller members of the team that you can kill, or put in peril, or like injured to a certain degree, to lead up that, like Stripesy or like whatever it is. Whatever heroes they had around the 40s time. Oh, when Steve Trevor first appeared.
Yeah.
And he was talking to the president.
Yeah.
For some reason, right? I was like, he's gonna reveal that the guy in the army fatigues and everything, right? He's gonna reveal himself as Alan Scott. No, it was Steve Trevor. I was like, okay, all right.
What, has Alan Scott got any military like? But wasn't he a spy or something?
Well, he was in the retcon universe. I say the retcon, but you know when they were reintroducing the Red Lantern and stuff like that.
Yeah.
When the Doomsday Clock. No, not the Doomsday Clock. What's the one with the Watchmen crossover?
Yeah, Doomsday. Yeah, I think it's Doomsday Clock.
Yeah, it was the Doomsday Clock.
Yeah, Doomsday Clock. Yeah.
Yeah. And they rewrote kind of. Jay Garrick also had a daughter and stuff like that, and yeah. So Alan Scott got kind of blackmailed to be in the army, sort of thing. At that point. Or, and then the military used him. So.
Yeah, because that's when they rewrote him back into the history book, something like. And because Doomsday Clock's all bringing back characters. Yeah, I need to one day actually read that to understand it more. Yeah.
That's where Alan Scott was. So Alan Scott back in the day was never gay.
Yes.
And then later on, it seemed like he was gay, but had suppressed it for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly, right? But then now Doomsday Clock rewritten where it's like, he had gay flirtations, right?
Yeah.
Then he married, had a daughter and a son. The son being a sibling who was also gay.
Yeah.
And then Alan Scott now, I think his wife died a while ago, and now he's fully embraced himself. Okay.
Like, I was like, okay, can't he just be bisexual? Yeah. But okay, sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which makes more sense.
You know what? It's just like the gingers in comics and stuff. They ain't get enough representation.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's just like you're either gay or straight. Why can't you be in the middle?
Yeah.
You know,
why can't you be like Tim Drake?
Yeah, exactly. Why can't you be like that? But no, it's just straight out gay. Because if I'm correct as well, isn't one of the premises of Doomsday Clock, right, that for some reason Dr. Manhattan erased the Justice Society from history, but then he brought them back. Yeah. That always
but which I think is kind of, I say it kind of clever, but DC always try like, so in Crisis on Infinite Earths, when they reiterate it, where so the Justice Society went from F2, they were like on the mainline Earth, F0 or whatever they were calling it, and then they had to clean up some more stuff, but in 0 hour, and then they decided we're going to wipe the Justice Society out or whatever, and then put them back in there. It was like right. But I did what I did like there as well, just as similar to this, right? When they did 0 hour, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman were not the main leads of the Justice League.
No,
it was Flash, Green Lantern, Martian Manhunter, Aquaman, and Black Canary, and they were the Justice League for 1 year by themselves.
That was Justice League Year 1, isn't it?
Yeah, which is really good actually. I enjoy it.
And that's when is it Aquaman? Because he's never been out of water before, or something like that, and he shouts. Well, he talks weird because he's not used to talking on Earth. On land. Yeah. I thought that was quite funny.
But it, for me, it was a good highlight for those characters, because you're like, they don't really get that.
No.
If you got Batman on your team and Wonder Woman and Superman, you don't really get much shine.
No. That's why I was quite glad that they had the people who they picked in this one, because I love what's her name, Green Canary. Black Canary is like one of my favorite characters. Like,
so I think it's kind of good. I mean, there wasn't a Batman here, but hey, look, your Batman equivalent would have been Steve Trevor, and it's kind of, do you need both of them? So
exactly. So
that's trying to kill him.
But he's destined to die, and that's like his character, isn't it? He has to sort of die.
Yeah. Kind of. I feel like I've seen the section before. You know where he's proposing to Wonder Woman every day. Yeah. And then he gets turned down every day, and Flash is like, when he sees it the first time, he's like, what?
Yeah.
But then when they say, it's regular occurrence, he just kind of spices it up by changing which time he does it,
Yeah.
And then he died. I was like, I feel like, why do I feel like I've seen something like that before somewhere? But,
same. But I couldn't put my finger on where. I was like, it seems familiar. Not only because I've seen it before, but I was like, this is something.
Exactly.
Something. Did he? I don't know because I haven't read much comics with Steve Trevor actually in it, so I don't know if he's done it in a comic or whatever. But
and I was waiting for something to happen with the villains, as in the Nazis, like. But and when they're like, oh, it's Aquaman, okay, and then Aquaman turns out to be mind controlled, like, okay, fine-ish. You needed something, like but I guess like all the kaijus that came with him to destroy the New York, or whatever it is, right? And then all of a sudden, by the way, we speak English, so you can understand, right?
Yeah.
But the other thing is like, oh, I'm like, you know, we of course there's such a big explosion that it knocks him out of the mind control, and he's like, oh, look at this, look at over there, oh, you know what? It's time for me and my kaijus to go, even though Black Canary just blasted one of them to like
liquidate him. Yeah. I thought that was awesome. I was like, oh wow.
Yeah, I was like, that was after a Hawkman got killed. But the thing is, it's like, okay, now Aquaman didn't see it, so he's like, this jabroni, I don't know what happened to him. I'm gonna go home now.
Yeah, oh, silly woman. Oh.
I didn't need revenge on that guy. Whatever.
Because that bad guy, that was Psycho Pirate, isn't it?
Oh no, I wasn't talking about that. I meant the one that Black Canary screamed to death.
I know, but
what's that Psycho Pirate?
I don't know. Because they didn't actually say who it is. So I thought it was Psycho Pirate or what's the other? There's another psychic.
The one that's the Wonder Woman villain.
Yeah.
I want to say Dr. Psycho, but I don't feel that.
Same here, but I don't know if that's it.
Yeah.
It could be. I don't know. But that would make more sense. It was Dr. Psycho rather than Psycho Pirate because.
Yeah. Well, it could have been anyone. I say it didn't matter really.
Actually, no. Because Psycho. Never mind. Never mind. It probably is Dr. Psycho because if I say what I was going to say, it might spoil the other ones. So yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, look. We know Crisis on Infinite Earth's coming, and I know Psycho Pirate's in that. So.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was thinking. That's why it can't be Psycho Pirate because it wouldn't make any sense. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you might be spoiling for the people that are I think uninitiated, but you got to remember.
Yeah.
The comic's been around since 1985, so.
So it's no spoilers. If you don't kind of know just a bit at this point, it's kind of your fault. No offense.
Yeah.
Wicked Empire. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, it was cool. I thought the lineup was pretty decent as well as the Justice Society.
Yeah.
They didn't have. I say some later members. Look, first of all, they didn't need Captain Marvel in it, even though he was a member of the Justice Society at a certain point, right? They didn't need Black Adam in it. I'm talking about, by the way, the David Goyer and Jeff Johns Justice League. But I'm just saying other members as well. You don't really need Stargirl in it either.
No.
So yeah.
Like for starting members, what they got here is fine.
Yeah. Look, if they had Wildcat, they won't need a Batman.
yeah. Which
even though I had Steve Trevor, so they didn't even need him anyways, right? And I'm surprised they didn't have Green Lantern, but that might have made things a bit too
easy,
overpowered already.
Yeah.
And the reason they didn't, I guess the reason you can accept the Flash as being on the hero side and not doing too much is because they end up splitting the speed force between the two of them while they're there.
Yeah.
Which is, they're both of them are half powered or whatever.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I like the explanation for it because otherwise, just imagine peak optimal Flash, right?
Yeah, because like as soon as they mentioned like, okay, cool, that's a good way to nerf both the characters. Because realistically, right, if they both got full power, they could end this war just themselves in 2 seconds. Like, okay, you go that way.
Yeah. I don't. As far as this logic is concerned as well, why can't Flash just run over to Germany, knock out Hitler?
Yeah.
If you well, Man of Steel Hitler. Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah. But. Yeah, it would have been too easy, innit? So
yeah. But I think they were saying, what was they saying? That Hitler was using the Spear of Destiny.
Yeah.
Or something like that. It was in one of the comics. Who was going back in time? There was a comics character who went back in time. Oh, I think it might have been Flash, running through a couple of timelines.
Could be Flash or Booster Gold.
I want to say no. Someone was inhabiting different bodies. And they had, they encountered Hitler in World War II. But Hitler was trying to use the Spear of Destiny and some other stuff, and that's why, their explanation for why some of the heroes trying to do stuff couldn't really directly attack Hitler.
That sounds familiar, but for some reason in my head,
I think it was Wally West. It was Wally West.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think he ran and inhabited Jay Garrick's body at one point. He was going through the Flash timelines or something like that.
For some reason in my head, I was thinking Constantine because of the movie, but never mind.
Yeah.
Random, yeah.
Look, man, just imagine, if Hitler had some powers of the occult, that'd have been something.
Yeah,
Would explain, by the way, why the heroes couldn't be able to kill him because they couldn't find him and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But,
He's had his cloak of invisibility on, from Harry
yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, was there one movie? There was something that's saying that Hitler was always fond of the occult.
Lots of things. I know in Hellboy, it's in Hellboy.
Yeah, it might be in Hellboy. Mm-hmm.
And even in Captain America, the First Avenger, Red Skull says it. Yeah. He goes looking for these trinkets. Yeah.
So there's always some stuff there, and even in Captain America, even when they have their versions of the Justice Society, which not really, by the way.
Yeah.
Right, they had the Invaders, which are Aquaman. Oh, sorry. Submariner.
Aquaman. Yeah.
Captain America himself.
Yeah.
The Human Torch, Toro, Bucky. I want to say someone else, but
there is someone else, isn't there?
Yeah. But that doesn't matter who. Right?
No.
Even then, they had they were fighting Masterman and whatever. So
yeah.
And Masterman actually was not like their version of Captain America. It was like he actually had powers. He could fly and whatnot. Something like that.
Alright, sorry.
Send
them all. But what else was really good about this? I like the portrayal of Wonder Woman in this.
Yeah,
she was like just a natural badass, and they made her taller than everyone, which I thought was cool as well because she.
I think so. As far as your logic goes, by the way, how tall do you think? I say, you're in your mind's eye.
Yeah.
Right? No, you don't have to go by comic standards. In your mind's eye, how tall is Wonder Woman?
In my head, I always see her as like 6'3". Like,
wow, that is tall.
For a woman, yes. I always thought about that. I didn't think she's like something stupid like 7 foot.
Oh no. Okay, so, wait. Are you saying 6'3" in the heels and whatever she wears, or just 6'3" in flats?
Didn't think of either that. I'm gonna say 6'3" in flats. I don't know. Okay.
I was I was of the idea that Wonder Woman is about 6 foot-ish, like 5'11", 6 foot 1-ish, something like that.
The reason I thought that because like in my head I always picture her taller than Batman.
Oh, Batman is supposed
like
to be 6'2" or something like that. Yeah,
so I always thought like she was taller than Batman and like near, but not as tall as Superman.
Yeah, I think Superman's meant to be. I'm going by the way, statistics usually in the comics from Marvel vs. DC, which was in 1994. So Superman's meant to be 6 foot.
Like 6'4", yeah. Which I thought was crazy.
Which, by the way, I say most of the live action Supermen are roughly about that. I think.
Yeah.
Brandon Routh is like 6'2.5" or something, and Tom Welling 6'3". Corn Sweat is 6'5". Christopher Reeve was 6'4".
Yeah. Kind of.
And I think Dean Cain was 5'10" or something like that. So it was like, okay, that's not Superman height, but whatever.
Superman.
And Henry Cavill and Tyler Hoechlin were about 6 foot 1-ish.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know how tall Kirk Allen and George Reeves are, but
they're probably like 5'10" or something because they're from the old days with people like that.
Well, I say and comparatively, as we know, looking at Lena Cross, right?
Yeah,
6 foot for a woman is
tall.
Really tall.
Yeah. Which is crazy.
Yeah. But as Wonder Woman, I accept her height being that though.
Yeah, same.
How tall is Gal Gadot?
She must be about 5'9". I don't think she's tall or anything like that.
Yeah.
Let me check that.
I for some reason I'm saying 5'7", but no, she's got to be taller than that. I think probably 5'10", 5'9", but then she probably wears some like the boosters on her Wonder Woman. Legging or whatever they are, and they'll give her a little bit more extra height.
She is 1.78 meters. So what is that?
1.78. That's about 5'10".
No, so 87 meters. So no way she's 6 foot. Well, I said that wrong, right? Yeah, 78. Yeah. So yeah, you're right. Yeah. Well, I get. No way she would be 6 foot.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I think she was a model as well, and you know how tall models are.
Yes. They're freakishly tall. Yeah. So that makes sense.
Yeah. So and that's why I like in my mind's eye, I have Wonder Woman about that height as well, somewhere along those lines. Yeah. But I do wonder how tall Superman is in this.
Yeah, good point.
Because like when he's Clark and he slouches and he,
Yeah.
Well, it's funny is as well. When I saw this version of Superman, right, the one with the moustache, right?
Yeah.
I was like, something is odd with this guy.
Yeah.
Right, wait, when the Flash came in, then he goes, even just before he says something familiar about that guy, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I think I know what he is. It wasn't like I'm saying, oh, I'm well clever, I worked it out, but it's just like something about him, and I think it's like because you just saw Superman earlier, and it's like the animation is looking the same, right? But they throw you off with the mustache, and you know what usually happens when the other version of characters have like goatees and mustaches.
Yeah, they're evil, innit? Yeah. Because I thought he'd be like one of the people just die. Then when he got shot, and I was like, oh, and he survived. Like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Because when they give random people screen time, you're either like they're significant, or
or they're sent up to die. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I did like as well. He looks similar to Earth 1 Superman, the one where he came from, but his face looked like slightly like slimmer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, that's a cool kind of like differential rather than just like we've drawn both the same because they're the same character. Oh.
Yeah. And what is the oddity with Superman is because he's Kryptonian. Can he even gain fat?
Yeah.
Can he gain muscle? Is he like the same as normal? It's funny. You ever watched Angel, the TV series?
Bits and bobs, yeah.
Yeah. So he's meant to be an immortal vampire, right?
Yeah.
How come his weight fluctuating so much?
Yeah.
All right, whatever. You just be like, okay. You just leave it, whatever.
But also another question, right? What was your take on the voice cast in this? Like, do you think they did well?
Why do I feel Stanek has has done a Russian voice somewhere before.
She has, but I can't remember where because I know you're talking about. I'm trying to remember what.
Well, not Russian voice. So you kind of like that sort of, I say European-ish.
Because I know she's part Greek or something.
Yeah.
And I think that's why not saying that's the reason why she played Wonder Woman because she's maybe Greek, but she has done it in something else. But I'm trying to remember now because I know her primarily from Castle.
Yeah.
Filion, but she's been in other things.
And she was in The Spirit.
Oh yeah. That great movie. Yeah, I forgot about that. Spirit. Oh god.
Yeah.
What else has she been in?
Yeah.
One second.
But yeah. And she's tall as well, by the way.
Yeah, she looks tall. Yeah. All right.
Actually, by the way, you talk about Castle, right? You talk about Castle, right? You ever notice, right, that in the first couple of seasons, her hair's really red, and then through seasons, it just gets more brown.
Yeah, it's like she's stopped dyeing her hair now. It's fine. All right. All right. She's been in quite a lot of things. Wow. Okay. Oh, she's in Superman Unbound. That's a weird movie.
Which I'm still like fun. So Matt Bomer plays Superman in that movie, and Matt Bomer plays the Flash here.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, not that I can tell. I was like, oh, you
can't tell.
Some people's voices like they have the signature voices, and some people augment their voice, readjust it for certain roles.
Yeah.
So I guess he didn't want to. I don't know what he sounded like in Superman Unbound, but he probably just didn't want to make it exactly the same.
Exactly the same.
Normal voice.
She was the voice of Talia al Ghul in Batman Arkham City.
Okay, that probably explains it.
Yeah, that explains it.
She probably used the exact same accent.
Yeah, that makes sense now, doesn't it? Yeah. But, I liked her as Wonder Woman. The others, I don't. None of the names stick out to me, but I did like the guy who did Jay Garrett's voice.
Like you say, funny enough, like when you say none of the names stick out to you, right? I saw the title credits, and it's like Kat Stanek, Matt Bomer. I can't remember who's first or who's second, whatever, right? Probably her first.
Kat Stanek. Yeah, she was first. Yeah. Alphabetically, right? No, because that would have been B. He would have been first. But yeah, and then the rest of the names were after the credits, kind of, and I was like, wait a minute. I was expecting some
some familiar names, but even Darren Criss, who played Superman, did not. He was a cameo, so he didn't get listed for some reason.
Yeah, until the I think to keep it a secret, innit? So when you were
Well, but that's to keep it a secret that he's Superman in 1930, right?
Well, I think like that's Superman's in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though you see Superman like 2 minutes within in the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Which quantum
solace.
Yeah.
The only other name I recognised in this was Liam McIntyre, who played Spartacus, which you've got to watch because you're going to recognise so many people from Arrow in this series.
Hey, Arrow without Arrow the world wouldn't be turning. You know what I mean?
Well, but probably when you watch Spartacus, you'd be probably like, without Spartacus, there wouldn't be no Arrow.
Yeah, which is true, but
I don't know. When you watch season 1 of Spartacus, Liam McIntyre is not Spartacus because he's Spartacus in season 2, I say season 2 onwards. But they have season 1, then they have a prequel season, and then they have the season 2 and 3.
Okay.
Because the guy who
he died of cancer.
Yeah. Yeah, Andy Whitfield. But he looks like Stephen Amell auditioned to play Spartacus.
Okay.
He was one of the finalists. So when you look at him and Stephen Amell, you can be like, okay, they're very similar looking. Not clones of each other, but they're similar enough where you'll be like, oh, I see what I can see. And Liam McIntyre looks nothing like Andy Whitfield, but whatever, right?
Yeah, I get that.
Anyways, he does his regal English voice because he's an Australian, right? Or he's New Zealander, one of them. And I was like, I recognise that.
It's the Kiwi, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Matthew Mercer. Oh, he's on the voice of Leon Kennedy in the Resident Evil games, so I know that voice. Right, he voiced Rex Taylor. Owlman, okay. Didn't know that now. And I know the guy who done Steve Trevor's voice, I know him. Chris Din long Greek surname. Yeah, I know him.
Yeah.
In a few things as well. So yeah. I think he's in. Anyway, but yeah. But
looking at Wikipedia, I do recognise the guy who did Hawkman's voice, even though Hawkman's a white guy and this guy's a Arab-looking guy.
Yeah.
But
if you look at Hawkman in this, they try to tan his if you look at Hawkman in this, they try and tan his skin up a tiny bit to kind of like.
Well, a white person with a tan, all right. But at that point, you can just think the Native American.
Yeah, because I think they're trying to do the whole like
Tommy
Oliver. he is Egyptian, but no, we know he's like Pharaoh.
That's probably. I was gonna say. Do you think it's odd? I say it's not necessarily an odd level casting, but like a diverse casting for a role that wouldn't. But then you're like, he's got Egyptian roots, so maybe that's going to be Egyptian, But nowadays they usually would try to at least cast a person of that ethnicity or I say gender or something like that. Which I applaud because back in the day, right? White people played everything apparently.
Yep. Short Circuit 1 and 2. Yeah, that's the biggest one. They're like, oh wow, they just painted a dude brown. That's racist. But you know what, right? One good thing.
Though, funny enough, we know who played Vamp. Who did the voice acting for Vamp? Phil Lamar.
Phil Lamar. Yeah,
white guy.
Yeah. He's like a Romanian white guy as well. So it's like, even more crazy.
Yeah, but the voice went with the character. So it's one of those things. Though sometimes if you just don't know who's behind the voice, you don't. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it's not sound really bad. When it comes to voice acting, I personally think it doesn't matter as long as you can, if it suits the voice. Or if you're not doing a stereotype voice, like say they got a white person to do a stereotype Asian accent, you know what I mean? Something like or like a stereotype black. Yeah, then it's ooh.
Yeah, well, okay. I think that's dicey, right? Let's just say, depending on how is well. I'm not excusing it, but let's just say your project,
Yeah.
Me and you are making an animation, right?
Yeah.
And we don't have enough people to do the roles, but we can do accents. Then you're going to be like, that's kind of what it has to be, right?
Yeah.
Even though, if for example, I'm talking like Obafemi,
yeah, then it's a bit like
Wakandan, you'd be like, okay, but
maybe I should do that. Yeah. Yeah, it's that sort of.
No, but even at that point, even if you say, maybe you should do it. Let's just say my African accent is better than yours.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to work with what you got at that point.
Yeah,
but that's
exactly.
when I say you can excuse it.
Yeah. Stuff like
Other
that.
times where you're like you like depending
big
on the
studios.
role, I guess. Yeah,
They
open it
can't.
up to whoever. But at that point, like you say, it's probably the person who can put it off best.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if some black guy can pull off an Asian accent really well better than some other Asian,
then
Oh, you know, I don't know if you've ever seen it, right? I've seen the clips of some blonde white girls doing patois, and I'm like, oh wow.
Yeah, I'm saying like, so it's stuff like I'm like, you know what? If they could do it better than someone who is from that ethnicity, let them do it.
Well, it's like just for tasteful. That though. For that is the clarity of I see the verbalization, but some super strong patois, no one will understand anything.
Yeah.
Right. As you know from what's that Stephen Scale film that we're watching?
Mark for Death, isn't it?
Yeah. And they have to tone down the level of Jamaican accent sometimes,
because
just
no
so
one
people can.
it.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's just like that. So like the one good thing I would say when they did the casting for Black Adam, and it's one of the rare good things I want to say about this film, because Black Adam was a vanity project by your friend Dwayne Rock Johnson.
My friend, yeah.
Yeah, your friend. Like, I had no problem with who they got to play Hawkman. I was like, you know what?
Yeah, Aldous Hodges, yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
I thought, you know, it's funny. He's not white, but he gave the vibes of Hawkman's a very kind of like, I say, a short fuse kind of person, you know.
Yeah.
And he gave it's not because he's the angry black man or whatever. It's just that's the character.
So. Yeah, that's his character. Yeah. That's like his thing.
And he was better than the Hawkman from the CW show, and he was white. So
he was white. So he was saying. So it's like that. It's like, you know. But then you got The Rock, who is neither Egyptian or Middle Eastern. He's nowhere near Middle Eastern, like, you know. But
I'm sure you remember. Did you watch Superman Shazam First Thunder?
Is that a short film?
Was
a short animated film?
Was it short? When you say short, how long was it? That was a. I feel like that was that. Oh no, it could have been 10-15 minutes. I can't remember.
I think so. Yeah, it's before one. It's before one of the animated movies, isn't it?
Oh, for some reason I thought that was the animated movie. I thought it was 40 minutes long for some reason, but it might.
You gotta be right. I don't know. You know.
No, you maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. But maybe it was a 15-minute one.
Yeah.
But Arnold Vosloo was the voice of Black Adam.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, you know. I mean, he was in The Mummy. Whatever you're saying is from that. You associate him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, The Mummy.
Yeah.
Film,
so at that point, you're like, oh. By the way, it's funny enough you're saying about restrictions. I say restrictions as well, but do you know that they have? I was reading recently, Spider-Man, Peter Parker Spider-Man, can only ever be a white guy, and he has to be straight, and he can't do drugs or drink alcohol.
Yeah.
And stuff like, all right, fine. But apparently he can sell his wife to the devil. So I don't like. Is any of those things I just listed any worse than that?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
You know.
And he can't kill, but I suppose it depends on incidental or purposely killing.
Yeah,
he did punch someone to death in Spider-Man Wolverine. I think it was 1983.
Yeah,
whatever it was.
But then, okay, that kind of makes sense for the Spider Noir. Why they changed it? Yeah, it makes sense now. Yeah, exactly. So apparently Ben Reilly could get his name thrown in the mud, right? Yeah. Which they have in the comics already, so they don't care, right? So they don't care, like, you know. So that makes more sense now. But it's a weird mandate to have, isn't it? I don't know.
Yeah. Which is why I suppose as well, when they have Miles Morales, they can do they have flexibility on what they can do
with him, innit?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know, they don't care about none of the X-Men because, you know, there's like a Wolverine who's in a homosexual relationship with Hercules in one reality. So yeah, you know.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why is that familiar to me? I don't know.
It was I wouldn't say a couple of years ago. It must have been about around 2019 and before that, but it was like a team of X-Men that was going through different dimensions. And they came across them and they joined the team. Yeah. And then I think Hercules dies and Wolverine goes crazy. So yeah.
Okay.
And Wolverine's got crazy. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see whoever played Hercules and Thor and Lightning, and then we see Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, and Doomsday together, and you'd be like, huh.
Huh.
Like when we see at some point when they introduced Connor Kent Superboy into the new DCU new DC cinematic universe, the Gunverse, and we see Tim Drake, and we both were like,
yeah. For the people that want to ship their relationships for some reason, well, okay, sure,
yeah.
Can't just dudes be friends, you know?
But yeah. So would you prefer them use Wally West as the Flash here, or
so, yeah, but
you're right with them using Barry Allen?
You know, and it's just frozen. Don't know if you can hear me. This is crazy. Hello.
Sorry. Yeah. My internet cut. It was my internet. I could see it going red at that point.
Okay, that was cool.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Oh no, I was just saying about the why people weirdly ship Connor and Tim. Yeah, but hopefully, yeah, doesn't come to that.
Did you mind that? See, as far as comics go, the Speed Force was found when Mark Waid was writing it, when Wally West was the Flash.
Yeah.
But did you mind that Barry being the lead in this? Like, why wasn't it Wally West, or do you be like, it's probably too much to explain and just leave it?
At this point, I don't care anymore.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say as well, Barry seems to be the one just kind of recklessly playing with time for some reason. Wally West is like, nah.
I respect time. Yeah. Yeah. Wally's
if I'm mucked out of time, I'll try to fix it the way I left it, but not. Barry's like, nah, I'm gonna go and save my mother. Yeah, I'm gonna go and do this. I'm gonna go do that. And,
What's the worst that can happen? Yeah. Like, and I kind of like it in this because he didn't discover the Speed Force. Like, he kind of accidentally just stumbled across it, and then like Jay Garrett was the one who sort of fainted to him. So I kind of like that. That shows that Jay Garrett's the more like experienced one than Barry, and I always kind of like that interpretation rather than like Barry knows everything.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I was kind of happy about that.
Which he didn't, by the way, in the comics. Yeah. He did not know everything.
No.
Which is funny as well, because you're saying there was a good couple of Flashes before Wally West, but Wally West was the one that ended up discovering more.
Yeah. King Flash.
Well, no, there was Max Mercury who kind of knew everything, but
yeah, that's because he was like a million-year-old god or whatever. Not god, but he's like an immortal.
Well, he managed to skip through time running through the Speed Force.
Yeah. So that kind of makes sense. The experience.
Yeah.
But
would you have liked to seen like the alternate? I say that the Nazi lineup against this this Justice Society. For example, they could have had either the rival Flash or Savitar as their opposition, and then you would have had to try and work out some other people, like even like Cheetah or well, they could have used Artemis, but then that would have been a bit like you just grabbed another Amazon to be the opposite of Diana.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know. I kind of just I don't know. I feel it's kind of alright with them just fighting Nazis. I don't know why. It just. I mean, it felt like, kind of simple.
If anything, they could act like Randall Savage as against Hawkman, but you got your mortal. He's the one that always kills them, right? Is it Randall Savage?
No, it's not Randall Savage. I want to say it's Shadow Thief, but it's not Shadow Thief. It's someone else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Someone else. Well, I think the reason why they didn't do Randall Savage because they've kind of done that storyline in the. So it's kind of like rinse and repeat.
Justice League Doom, is it?
That and in Justice League the series, they did it as well, where Randall Savage went back in time and helped the Nazis.
Okay.
And I guess they still want to redo that, I guess, which kind of makes sense.
Oh, by the way, you say that as well. By the way, a long while ago, you were speaking about the Justice Guild of America.
Yeah.
And I did see that clip, by the way. I did see that clip out of context. I say out of context, but you had the speedster running side by side with John Stewart.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, credit to your people. And in the way that he did, by the delivery was genuine. It wasn't like, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. It was like, yeah. And it was vague enough. I'm watching it, vague enough to be like, oh, he means people are, like, he could mean anything, right? We know what he's supposed to,
yes.
Like, yeah. But he's not implying that, the way that the line reading is. It's only because John Stewart started doing the rocked eyebrow afterwards going,
right.
then you're like, okay, well, he didn't mean what he.
Yeah, he meant well, but racist nonetheless.
And you got to take into account as well the timeline of where the character is. So
yeah, so it kind of
even if you say, oh, you don't like it, you kind of like you give a bit more leeway.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I think it's an episode of Legends of Tomorrow. It might have been, right?
Mm.
And they went back into the past, in the 60s maybe, and it was Jefferson Jackson, who was black, right?
Yeah.
I can't remember the guy who played in France something. I don't know.
Mm.
But I think they sit down, and and then the diner waitress says, "We don't serve black people here," and then he says, "Good, because I don't eat them." I'm like, okay.
That's a good one. That's quite funny. Because there's another episode in X-Men as well where they kind of touch upon the racist thing. I'm like, oh, and they handled that pretty good. Yeah.
I do wonder, or were you not surprised? Right, there were no ethnic minorities on the Justice Society side.
Now I'm surprised because I was like, if this was the 60s, I'd be kind of like, yeah, that's a bit weird. You at least have like the token, not being racist, but because in the 40s, like, no, it makes sense.
Yeah, but I don't think they make it. Look, it's the sign of the times, right? But they don't make it obvious, like it only because at the time as well, when you go by the comic characters, they're all white anyway. So it's not all of a sudden having no ethnic characters there is I say an issue, but you don't kind of in your head you don't it's not a standout or anything like that.
Yeah. So
if they had, for example, John Henry Irons as Steel in the 40s version of it, I'd be like, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. But I suppose you can make it like an Iron Man armor of some sort in the 40s or something like that, some sort of steampunk, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But now I'd be like, he's not even a Justice Society member, so
no. So I think it's kind of cool they kind of stuck to everyone's sort of default knowledge of the Justice Society is the people we saw in it. So I was like, okay, I'm alright with that.
I think mostly more or less, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't think when they reset when they had the first Justice Society, which had Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman also in it, right?
Yeah.
Then they removed them because they had to readjust the timeline. The DC universe was only about 10 years old, roughly, or something by 0 hour.
Yeah.
I think when they did Crisis, they was trying to say the DC universe was only 15 years old.
Yeah.
At that point, and then 0 hour compressed it a bit more. But then they removed Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman from the Justice Society, and I think they were saying any feats that Superman did, that was actually probably Green Lantern that did them.
Yeah, makes sense.
In your mind's eye, and probably anything that Batman did, Wildcat did.
It did.
Right? But then it's like, okay, but then you have someone like with Wonder Woman's a female, right?
Yeah.
And she's all powerful to a certain degree. Yeah. I know that point she was only at about Spider-Man level of power.
Yeah.
But even then, you can't cover it with Black Canary or Hawk Girl because there's
no scale there to measure, is it?
Yeah.
No. But what I did like that when Superman came into it as well, he was a 1940s Superman. He didn't fly.
Oh yeah.
Which I like that. I thought that's cool.
Which I like you say, it's kind of cool because they disguise in a way that you don't. Yeah, I mean, he's landing on stuff.
Yeah.
Then they do long shots, like he's destroying the planes, right?
Yeah.
But you don't see him fly.
No.
Ish, right? Like controlled flight.
Yeah.
But you don't see him taking leaps as well. If you know what I mean. So
and I like that.
it could be one or the other.
Because like if it was the Superman from say Earth 1, you just flow through him the I-beams there. I just liked how he's like just jumping, just ripping things off and throwing it and stuff. I was like, that's cool. That's a cool take on Superman rather than like I can do everything with my laser beam. Sorry, not laser beam. Heat beam.
He trained in his abilities, which I'm like, fair dues.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
I like it as well how they kind of figured him out where he got shot.
Yeah.
And then Wonder Woman's like picking up them bullets, the flat bullets, and she's like.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. What's this about?
Yeah. I'm not from this world.
Yeah, exactly. And they're like, well, we got a guy coming from the future over here, so I can't even dispute what you're saying.
No.
Like, Wonder Woman, especially since you come on from a mystical island of whatever,
Yeah, it's like, you know what? I just got to accept it at this point. Everything you see, is like, just accept it. This guy's got wings and a hawk face. This woman can scream and like shatter stuff.
Yeah, I think as well. I kind of just like how they don't really explain the powers. It's just like, there you go.
Yeah, got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I kind of like.
As well,
You gone?
Go on.
No.
I was gonna say you can't do 5 origin stories within this one. Like, you could have had everyone explain to the Flash how they got the powers, but
yeah.
Where like, at what point do you stop the pace of the movie to do that? You know?
Yeah. That's why I kind of like that they just introduced the Flash straight away. Like he's been the Flash for years. And that's what I kind of like, rather than like, hey, we got to find out once again how he got his powers and all that stuff. It's like, yeah, he's been the Flash for many years, and Iris knows that he's the Flash. Yeah, I just like that bit rather than retreading stuff, which it's annoying.
Yeah. I think like, it depends how. I think they assume that certain people, their audience would know, right? But let's just say the casual audience might not know specific things. So then it's like, how do you get across whatever it is without having to give them a full-on download?
Yeah. Which don't need to do anymore.
Yeah. Well, cool.
Yeah.
I think it depends, because some of the more obscure characters, depending on how you like, someone like when they use Bloodsport in the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
And you're like, you know what? I don't know how much of his actual origin compares to his comics origin, but all you need to know is that he shot Superman with a kryptonite bullet. That's it.
Yeah,
and that's it. And the rest of it, it wasn't really him or was it Deadshot, you know?
Yeah.
As in, not because they're black and he's black. It's just more like they wanted Deadshot in it originally.
Yeah, and they couldn't get him, so it made sense to have someone like, base the same powers.
Yeah, exactly.
Which makes sense, yeah.
And they had a white version of him with the same powers, which Peacemaker as well. So it's like, Which, but for the joke of it, we needed the rest of it. So
but yeah, man, I enjoy the film. Who's your favorite character in this?
Oof, I would say, I don't know. It might have been Jay Garrick, only because he's got that. So Barry seems to have more capable with certain level of his powers, but Jay Garrick's like, I accept that, but I also accept that I know more about the Speed Force team. He's like background, but also it's like, let me fill in some plot for you and stuff like that. You know, he's more personable kind of character.
Yeah.
Barry played the fish out of water, and
which he was. And
you need the other. They were like, quite rightly, had the other Flash explain to him. Yeah. The Flash, what was going on.
Wait, did we even explain like that? Did we explain the whole them finding out they're on different Earths? Did we?
I thought, okay, so the way that they did it was like...
No, did we explain it? I realised that we actually...
Go.
Oh, yeah, so halfway through the film, Barry thinks he's gone back in time. Yeah. And then something... Oh, I can't remember what the thing that triggered them, like, wait, no, I'm from a different Earth. Oh, what?
Oh, yeah, because they think he's like
from the future.
The Justice Society, I've never heard of you guys.
That's it, yeah.
And that's when Bat Canary thinks... Oh, are we like essentially the White Race team or whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
But I think Barry's saying he was some sort of he's gone through the files, some sort of like files, government files, whatever it is, and he doesn't recognize them. So does that mean they never existed on his Earth?
And then I think when they meet, that's it. When they meet, because even when he finds out Superman, the guy's Shakespeare Superman, he's like. Yeah. But you know me, and he's like, I have no idea who you are. That's when he kind of he's still on the fence. Then that's when they meet Dr. Fate, and he's like, oh, I'm from another Earth, timeline, not timeline, another Earth. That makes sense. And they're like, oh, yeah, that makes more sense now. Hey, we may still be alive in the future. I don't know.
Yeah.
Which I thought was.
Would you have preferred them use a? So they just used Shakespeare as Superman's alias, right?
Yeah.
But then when Grant Morrison wrote the New 52, and Superman was temporarily a fireman at one point.
Oh yeah, he was, isn't it? Yeah, when he had, was that when he had? No, I think that's later on. Yeah, that's when he was wearing the t-shirt and the jeans, isn't it? And
exactly. I can't remember what name they used there, but I think it would have been funny if they used that name. You know, just for the people that not wouldn't know. Not like, for example, Robin John Blake was like, what?
Yeah, like you should go by I like your real name.
Yeah.
Well, your first name.
You know, first of all, if he was called Richard, that would have tipped people like you and me off, right?
Yeah.
Or Timothy, or Jason would have been just
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, but it was annoying.
But yeah, I would have been. I think one of them cool Easter eggs for people that did know. Even though I say that, and I forgot what his fireman name was, but whatever.
Yeah. Joe, I don't know.
Yeah.
But like,
which is kind of funny as well because did you ever read? You I think you read the Earth 2 comics, correct?
The what?
The Earth 2 comics.
Yeah.
In the 2010s, and when Batman was in that, Batman. Yeah. There was a Batman in the first issue that was Bruce Wayne, and then he died, right?
Yeah.
And then there was another Batman later on.
Yeah.
And this is around the time that Dark Knight Rises came, and then I was like, by logic, right?
Yeah.
It should just be some jabroni named John Blake, right?
John Blake, yeah.
Robin John Blake. But no, they didn't do that. They made it Bruce Wayne's dad, which is like, okay, but you did that in Flashpoint, but I guess
I didn't like it
because
they kind of changed it because he had the Miracle Man drop.
Yeah,
which is pretty cool. Yeah. Miracle. Yeah. Is it Miracle? I can't remember.
Mirakuru.
Yeah. And then he became Tim Drake. Not Tim Drake, sorry. Dick Grayson, even though his back's cracked. Yeah. That was cool.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? I have to say that F2 comics did have an undignified ending for what it was. How it built, because it was really good. I think for the first. I think year or two or something like that. I can't remember how long it was.
When they got off of Earth and went to that new planet, that's when it kind of went meh.
I think as well the final showdown should have been, because at this point, right, Superman, who was brutal, and who was it, Steppenwolf, they both beat up Alan Scott Green Lantern, right?
Yeah.
So you would have thought that Alan Scott would get his payback by beating up Bizarro Superman, yeah. And then it'd be like the strongest of Earth, which would be Alan Scott because you're trying to establish him. Then he had to fight Darkseid at the end. Oh, him and the Justice League fight Darkseid. No. He's just like, forget that. No, what are you going to give that guy the shine? No. You want Val Zod?
Which that makes sense to me, if I'm honest.
The pacifist Superman.
Yeah, because wasn't he? He was related to Clark for something for adoption or something like that.
No, it's related to Kara, which was Power Girl.
Yeah,
it's for adoption, I think, or something.
That's it. Yeah, something like that.
I can't remember.
I might read it again one day. But
yeah.
See where it falls.
But yeah, it's just like you built the Green Lantern to a certain degree, and then you're like, actually, you can back in the line for you, no title belt.
Yeah. Which it's Green Lantern, man. Green Lanterns are made to be crapped on, if I'm honest.
Well, yeah, I know. I don't like it, but sometimes what they do, like you say, is they'll have to, no one shatters Green Lantern's willpower, whatever it is, and then everyone shatters it to show how strong they are. It's just like, but then if everyone can do it, then it's not special.
Yeah, that's the problem with Green Lantern. If I'm honest, that's Green Lantern. It's,
were you surprised by the way Green Lantern was not in this?
No. Because I think we kind of said before, it would have been too easy for them.
Yeah, but as a Justice Society member, I mean, like, let's just say they had proper Justice Society there, which included the Spectre, right? That would have been,
way
exactly.
overpowered, isn't it? Yeah. I'm trying to think. I think the characters they had for this made sense for the threat, and like maybe. The others join later, which I'm guessing is probably continuity.
Did you prefer that it was Justice Society World War II rather than, for example, Justice Society and it was Earth X?
I don't know, because they don't give it away, innit? The twist.
The twist?
Oh, that Barry didn't go back in time, he went to a different Earth.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, I see that. Yeah, I see what you mean. I was gonna say it's not really much of a twist, but then I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying there.
Yeah, because if it was just it on its own and Barry didn't go through time, then Earth X would be whatever. I mean, fine, but because of that, you kind of you don't want to give away the.
It's like he still could be in his own timeline. What's going on? Blah blah blah. Right? Yeah. I think things are happening as he's figuring it out as well to a certain degree.
Yeah. So I was alright with it.
Yeah. Are you sad? I say, would you have wanted a sequel to this? not like Justice Society World War II Part 2 or World War 3 or something like that.
A continuation of their story.
Yeah.
I would have liked that. Yeah. Like to see.
Yeah. Does that mean, by the way, that Aquaman doesn't appear again? He come in, get hypnotized, come in, destroy stuff with his kaiju, and just be like, nah, go home now.
I think he might appear in. I think these guys appear in one of the Infinite Crisis and Multiple Earth parts. I could be wrong.
Crisis on Infinite Earths, you mean?
Yeah, I don't know why I keep calling that. Yeah, I think he might appear in that.
Oh, by the way, funny enough that you rename it, right?
Yeah.
Did you know the Amalgam? Remember the Amalgam universe from 1994?
Yeah.
I don't know if you. They had their version of it called the Infinite. What's it the something? The Secret Crisis of the Infinity Hour. Yeah.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah. But that's it. Like, they had Secret Wars during that time. Crisis. The DC Crises. They had 0 Hour, and they had the Infinity Gauntlet. So yeah,
makes sense then. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But have you seen that they're re-release? Well, not re-releasing. They're doing a new Marvel and DC comics.
Oh
right.
Yeah. Oh, well, you're not talking about the Deadpool crossovers and stuff like that.
The Deadpool Batman and Batman Deadpool, and then they've done a Superman and Spider-Man one.
Yeah.
But I think in a couple of weeks or months, they've actually done like a collection of them plus newer stories. Like,
the ones I did read, and I think it was just a webcomic, because when you read it, it wasn't like comic book style panels. It was just like a strip.
Yeah.
Was Thor and Captain Marvel.
Shazam, innit?
Yeah. But he was called the Captain there, right? And it was Billy Batson, when he says the words, he swaps over with the Captain.
Okay.
Rather than being empowered by the Shazam gods.
Okay. Yeah.
So we're talking about old school Billy Batson.
Yeah. That's cool.
The original version.
There's also one which I want to read.
Wait, sorry. They also had Donald Blake there as well.
Oh.
Yeah, so...
That's cool then, yeah.
So Captain Marvel could pick up the hammer and turn into Captain Marvel. Billy Batson picks up the hammer and turns into Captain Marvel, right? And then they had Thor say the Shazam to turn from Donald Blake into Thor.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
There was one I want to read. It's a team up with not Deadpool, sorry. I'm not gonna call her old name. With Laura Kenny, Wolverine, and Nightwing. Yeah, that's meant to be really good.
By the way, why are you not going to call her by her X-23 name?
Because she's grown out of it now, and I'm not not about reverting. Because like it's stupid. Like, you know, when she went back to X-23 for a bit, and then they made a Wolverine. It's like, why did you? What was the point of even turning her back? It's dumb. It's like when he turned, like with Falcon, when he was Captain America, then he brought him back to Falcon, and they realized that's a downgrade. It's like, what?
Yeah, well that's different, because we know that, but the pop culture knows that Steve Rogers as Captain America, so you kind of anyone who replaces him is only usually temporarily, right?
Yeah.
But it's more like your boy Drake.
Oh yeah.
For that period where he was not Rogue Robin, but Drake, and then he's just like, actually, you know what? We're quietly revert back to just being Robin.
Yeah. That sort of stuff. I just don't.
It could have been something, by the way, but I don't think they committed to it.
No. But even if they commit, like, a better name than Drake.
Well, it's still birth themed, right?
Yeah, but it's like it doesn't take two and two, like
exactly. Yeah, at that point, you're like, okay, this little mask, you're calling this guy by his surname.
Yeah. Like, it's that sort of. I don't know. Like, I've never really liked when a hero gets a new, like, takes on a mantle name, and then rather than say they're not a mantle anymore, they get a new name. But I hate when they revert back to like their psychic name in a way, like again, like Falcon, for example. Like, but Winter Soldier made sense to me because Winter Soldier is Winter Soldier. Yeah, you can go from Captain America to Winter Soldier because it makes sense, right? Yeah, because he's not. It's not lesser. It's not a lesser title in my opinion. Okay. Even though he's Revolution now, which makes no sense. But
yeah, that makes sense. Well, at least he's not the White Wolf from when they had him in the Marvel.
They tried to put him in the movies
for a fraction of a second.
Yeah, and I was like, no, we can't commit to this because it's stupid. But it's just those sort of things. Like, it'd be like, for example, like this one worked, which makes no sense when I'm going to say this. Like when Dick Grayson became Batman.
Yeah.
And I went back to Nightwing.
Yeah.
Even though they used New 52 shenanigans to get to that point, but it wasn't a step down.
Yeah, he's been Batman twice actually. But the thing is, I think the difference between Dick Grayson is he doesn't really want to be Batman.
Be Robin. Yeah, he doesn't want to be Batman. Yeah.
Yeah. And also, when you put, I say that as far as stature goes, there's certain things you associate with Batman, like an attitude, right?
Yeah.
That you will not get with Nightwing.
No.
So then it kind of is a step up in certain ways. But then I say when Dick Grayson's Batman, somehow his competency level goes sky high, and then when he goes back to Nightwing, he's like,
yeah.
But it's just like, okay, well, shouldn't he be at that point still as Nightwing? But whatever.
But yeah, sure, cool. Yeah, that sort of thing, isn't it? Or what was there was another one literally had in my head. Oh, and I forgot it now. Yeah, well, it can't be that.
Well, look, there's Flash, and there's Flash. So when I'm talking about Flash, which one am I talking about?
Either Wally, Barry, or Jay.
Yeah.
And
usually I'm talking about Wally because that's the one that I was during my time, right?
Yeah. But then that's like, all right, if Wally West was Flash and it went to being Kid Flash again.
Yeah,
like,
that makes no sense.
No. The Bart Allen one kind of made sense because he didn't want to be the Flash. It kind of like
and then they reduced his age back as well to but
yeah.
Bart Allen to Kid Flash or Bart Allen to back to Impulse because
both.
Well, look, Impulse has a certain an attitude, a certain level of he's in a certain headspace that you would associate,
yeah.
When he's Kid Flash, it's a bit more serious, but it's just like but then,
yeah. But I didn't like that either. He went from Kid Flash to Impulse. It's like like they made a big thing about him going from from Impulse to Kid Flash. So why would he revert? Yeah. Well,
timeline shenanigans is all I can say about that. But then you say that as well. But then you got Superboy Prime, right?
Yeah.
And then because of the license, I decided Superman Prime. And then when the license is okay, it's like, oh, you know what? Superboy Prime ain't so bad. I mean,
yeah, like, okay, I guess, sure. But yeah. But back to this film. Film's great.
No, I was just gonna say I think it gets a bit dicey when you have the same you have same characters with the same code name, so you would have to have them as different ones. Like if I said, like we're saying the Flashes, but if I said Atom to you, I'm gonna talk about Ray Palmer or
Ryan Choi.
Ray Choi.
Yeah. Good point. Yeah. But sometimes I don't know. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. It's a weird.
Look, we had a good one with Speedy, which for some why is it called Speedy, but whatever, right?
Yeah.
Even the flat, like when Wally West was talking to him, he was saying, "Yeah, but that's the code name I wanted." Anyway, why you called Speedy? It makes no sense.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it made no sense. Yeah.
Then he was Arsenal, and then he was Red Arrow. But it's just like, okay, now I think he's back to being Arsenal.
Yeah, he's back to being Arsenal again.
Which is like, I would have, don't be rare. I say Red Arrow, but really, just Arsenal would have put it fine.
But how they brought him to being Red Arrow made sense, right? Because he said that, you know what, I want to step up in the family. I want to pay homage to the family, obviously Green Arrow, innit? So, and because Green Arrow went on the Justice League, he was like, I'll be Red Arrow. Yeah. But then, they didn't commit to it.
Yeah. So I say you saying back to this film, but I enjoyed it. I'm wanted to see some of these things where why didn't you stick with that the way you were going, you know? Sometimes you're like, okay, these are neat little side stories, but then if you have something where Flash went back in time and then you introduce a whole bunch of characters of like the World War II era, it's like, and we're getting nothing from that. Why? Why don't you give me some more? Like, why introduce me? Like I said, if it was Earth X, I could understand that's an alternate timeline. It can be cut off or whatever it is, right? But you just sometimes you expect a bit more from what they introduce. However, as well as we know from TV series and all that stuff that get cancelled, you get a cool concept and then nothing ever happens. So
yeah, exactly. So it is what it is.
Though you would have thought, by the way, I mean, what's your take on? I say the Snyder Cut, right? Like if they do 2 animated movies to wrap it up. I wouldn't mind it. I'll be like, I'm fine with it. That's just
I'd be fine with it. Yeah.
As long as they, whatever money they put in, because they would want to make their money back. Yeah, that's all they really care about.
Yeah.
At that point. So as long as they're like, okay, I think Jay Oliver, who did the storyboards for Man of Steel or something like that, he's the guy who directs some of the DC movies as well.
Yeah.
Jay Oliver, yeah. So it's like, even if Zack Snyder doesn't want to direct it, it's like, okay, write the story of this guy and he can
just finish it off. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think people I'm not a Zack Snyder fanboy, or I might say the fanboy of that universe. But if people want it and they're willing to put the money into it, it's just like you can do a Kickstarter or something like that and just get it.
Get it done, innit? Yeah.
yeah. Because I want to say, as much as I know that universe is dead, I wonder where they were going. Yeah. And then if I see it terribly executed, it's like, okay, I can see why. I
see why. Yeah.
At the same time, if those particular fans are saying that they want it, just they have if you put them in the position where they have to fund it, then we'll see. We'll see how much big fans they truly are. Yeah.
Which is not much. Exactly, because they're the ones making the most noise about it. So they should,
And I'm sure Zack Snyder himself will put a bunch of money in it because he wants. Because this is what I find with, and it's not me going wrong with Zack Snyder, but as we're saying, but he seems to go stupidly over budget with his movies by filming a huge amount of footage, which you're like, hold on a second. If I was to produce that film, I don't need you're making a 2-hour movie or whatever it is, Maybe in 2.5 hours if you're filming, you want to cut stuff. But I don't want you to film 5 hours. What am I going to do with all that other footage? Unless you are wanting to split into 2, but that's a different,
that's why he's someone that needs, in my opinion, they needed to have more reins on him to rather than let him do what he wants and then cool, we got this filmed at me 2.5 hours. For some reason, you film 10 hours. What have he meant to do with this? I don't know. Yeah.
I find it's funny as well because it's when it's someone else's money.
Then it's fine. Yeah.
As you would know, I mean, I say as you would know, but as the general, if I borrowed your money to buy something, right?
Yeah.
And then it's a dud or fake or whatever. Don't matter to me. I didn't spend my money.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So.
Which isn't a good way of thinking. Yeah.
So I don't know if they could actually get the voice cast for the actual actors. They'll probably have to get like this, right? Where they have to get replacement actors or something like that.
Yeah,
I think replacement, but some, I think. You ever watched the Batman '60s movies?
Yes.
Animated movies, sorry.
No.
Okay, so Burt Ward is still alive, therefore he.
Yeah. I've got them, but I've never watched them.
Yeah. So, but Adam West does not voice Batman, and Julie Newmar voices Catwoman. But then the rest of the cast is other people like the Joker and Riddler and Penguin. They're not because they're not around anymore. So yeah. I think they do a good job though, imitating them to a certain degree.
Yeah. That's pretty cool because they kind of do the same with X-Men '97, isn't it? Because a lot of them are old or dead, and they've kind of got sound alikes or someone similar to it, and it kind of
I think they've got some of the old cast as well.
Yeah, because I know Wolverine, Storm, and Rogue are the old cast.
Yeah. Though I have to say, Rogue sounds older.
Yeah, a lot older. Yeah.
But then I say that is only because there's a certain level of regalness with Storm which it doesn't age. Yeah. And Wolverine, he's gruff. His voice is gruff, and his age probably helps it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of better, isn't it? But Rogue, straight away, kind of you can. Yeah. She's old now, but no offense, it still pulls it off.
No, it's just you want to I don't know. The Rogue is meant to be 20 something or something like that. But it's the same with, by the way, I say in the Batman '60s film with Julie Newmar. She sounds her age, which is 80 something.
Yeah.
No, she doesn't sound her age, but she doesn't sound the age of the character that she's playing.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
So, but you're telling me these. You're not spoiling anything for me, so it's fine, right?
No. Nope.
Are you saying to me that some of these people don't make appearances in any future Tomorrowverse?
I'm pretty sure they do.
Yeah, but as cameos or stuff like that, rather than actual full-fledged. Like if they had shorts, if they're like you're saying, yeah, somebody, because they did do some DC shorts with certain other movies, like we were saying, Black Adam, Shazam.
Yeah, and there's a Green Arrow one and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason, okay, this could be me wrong, but I thought the Black Adam Shazam was 40 minutes, and the Green Arrow one might have been the one attached to that.
You might be right.
And I do believe, though, I do believe, then when they did Batman Year One, there was a Catwoman short attached to that, but I could be wrong.
I think you're right. Yeah, we'll find out anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, so it would have been nice to have like small little shorts before you get to Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Yeah.
Or they could have done like a compilation of shorts as well.
Yeah, because I feel like
what's that Batman Gotham Knights or whatever? It's just like short stories to lead up to key characters.
Yeah, which would have been cool. But
yeah.
I like not disappointed. I think I'm pretty sure they do appear back. For long, I'm not too sure.
So Justice League Warworld.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman is in it, I guess, yeah?
Yeah.
But it's not this Justice Society Wonder Woman.
That I can't remember.
Okay.
But I don't think it is.
It probably isn't, right? And but is it the same actress?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, then that might be... Okay, I don't think it's necessarily confusing, but are we saying... Yeah, it must be an alternate universe, the Wonder Woman.
Yeah. But
I think it's worth a watch, though.
Yeah, it's worth a watch.
I like the animation, like I was saying before. It's colourful, it's bright. It gives them, I say, feel-good vibes. You know, the everything's going to end up okay kind of sort of thing. Enough peril and enough people. I say Steve Trevor and Hawkman die.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay, there's a certain level of unpredictability. And when they say the characters don't exist in the future or something like that, then you're like, right, is there a reason?
Yeah.
And then you're thinking, okay, so all of yous, right?
Yeah.
Are expendable.
All of yous die. Yeah.
All of you are expendable, unlike the actual Expendables, which no one dies.
Yeah. Stupid films. Yeah. Ugh. But yeah, man.
Definitely. I actually, funny enough. Okay, so, but you know, in the Expendables 2, Liam Hemsworth dies, right? So I was watching The Witcher.
Yeah.
Season 1, 2, and 3 when Henry Cavill was in it, and then number 4, right, which was Liam Hemsworth. And I'm listening to him. I'm like, hold on a minute, why does he sound familiar? Why is this the voice? Why have I heard this version of that voice before? And obviously it's Chris Hemsworth because he's he sounds like Thor because they're brothers and they do exact kind of voices relatively the same. Like, oh, no wonder, you know. That
makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, where do I place it? Because I'm like, I don't watch a lot. I don't think I've seen much with Liam Hemsworth in it. So yeah.
Yeah, I've never actually watched it, which I need to get to watch at some point.
You can skip it.
Yes, I've heard. So
I will say this, right? You're better off watching Spartacus.
Yeah, of course, because I hear that Spartacus. From everyone I've ever heard spoke about Spartacus said it's good. So
I'm saying, you think you're a man, right? After you watch Spartacus,
I'll be less of a man. All right.
Why don't you be more of a god?
Okay then.
No. That level of testosterone, you know, when they test you for it, they'll be like, this guy.
Dressing up.
Yeah. This guy's on TRT or something like that.
There's nothing wrong with
that. I'm just joking, of course. I'm exaggerating, but it's a manly series. That's all I'm saying about that.
Definitely.
Yeah. All right, cool. And then at some point you might even like when we see Lynn McIntyre in season 2, 3 and 4. Yeah, no, season 2 and 3. You'd be like, oh, that voice, yeah.
There we go.
And then you could tell me as well how many people you recognise from the Arrowverse.
Like, oh, yep, that's him.
There's so many of them. Yeah, exactly. For you, it'll be the other way around of what I was doing.
Alright.
Alright, cool. So that's us signing off for this episode of Trip Around the Multiverse, where we've been talking about Justice Society World War II.
Yes.
And we'll be having a look at the rest of this Tomorrowverse as well.
Yeah.
I'm kind of intrigued where it goes, but at the same time, it's like this one is an outlier of the film because it's like the other films seem to be more concurrent.
Yeah. Yes, I'll put it that way. Yeah. Cause I think it's is that one next. Then it's is it Batman? Is it Long Halloween next? And then I can't remember, but either way, yeah.
What Long Halloween and then World?
Oh, yeah, I can't remember if it's the way around.
Yeah. And where does Green Lantern Beware My Power fit into this?
I think that might be actually next. I can't remember now. It's
All right. Well, that's one I'm looking forward to seeing as well, because that's going to be like from what I'm seeing is Hal Jordan's the hero in that, even though he starts off as the face.
It's a good one. Like I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed it.
But look, we'll probably get more into it as we're going along, right? Have you read Green Lantern? What's the ones that is it Earth 1? Green Lantern Earth 1?
No, I haven't read it. No, but I've heard good things about it.
I think I've read the first book, but in the second book you get John Stewart has the yellow power ring.
Okay.
But I don't know how that works because
Yeah.
But I'm intrigued by the way in this Beware My Power is like, are we seeing Parallax? Is Sinestro going to be in it? I don't mind John Stewart being the lead. It kind of as far as the animated universe goes.
Yeah.
He's the lead Green Lantern there, so it kind of yeah. And there's enough white Green Lanterns that I'm like
to go around.
Yeah. We can have our. I mean, they won't even use Carl Reiner, even though he's Irish Mexican, right?
Yeah.
He looks white enough that you're gonna be like. It'll probably be John Stewart and Jessica Cruz, and you'd be like, okay.
All right. So the watching order is. I just remember. I checked it. So it's Superman, Man of Tomorrow, Just Society, World War 2, Batman, Long Halloween, Part 1, 2. So we can skip that. We've already done it.
Yeah.
Green Lantern's. Green Lantern will be the one we watch next. Then it's Legion of Superheroes, Justice League War World, and then Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Okay. And then does it end after that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, have you seen all three of those?
I've only seen the first one. I haven't seen the other two.
I mean, but does it end after that? As in Crisis on Infinite Earths number 3 finishes that story arc. That Tomorrowverse, and then Okay.
Yeah. Which is crazy, right? Yeah, because the DCAU had like how many films?
And even the you're talking about when they say the DCAU, you're talking about the one with the from the Justice League Flashpoint Paradox.
Yeah, and onwards, yeah.
And if that ended on Crisis on Infinite Earths, maybe I'd be like, okay. But they ended on Apocalypse War, which is an ending in itself. So
makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, So sign off for real, yeah.
For real reals.
Yeah. So I'm the man whose powers get halved because I see another version of my costume self. See what I chum?
And I'm the man who proposes to a woman every day, hoping one day I'll catch her off guard, and she says yes. Carl Charles. And thank you for listening to us talk. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you watch us on the YouTubes. Also, don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms, which should be found on the top of the screen if you watch us on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. Also, if you listen to the audio realm, you can find all our contact details and social media handles down below in the description section. And thank you everyone for listening to us, and thank you once again for taking a trip with us around the multiverse. Bye.